from his studios in New York, it's time for Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life. Here's your host, Dan Tortora.
Wake Up Call DT.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on mixlr.com/Wake Up Call DT. Proud to be with you. Apologize here, had some issue in the studio, but now we should be up, running, and good to go here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. Nothing like having to have a little issue on a Monday to start off the week, but it's all good. Happy to be here, hanging out with you where sports meets life on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. And jam-packed show, awesome show today. Hour number one, we have Kam Jones with us. Kam Jones, as I said off the air, going from wearing gold and being a Wildcat to going to wearing gold and being a Wildcat, as he has committed to Cazeno and the Wildcats there. We'll talk with him in just a second. And then in hour number two, we'll have Syracuse Orange men's basketball alum Eugene Waldron joining the show to speak on, obviously, a world without sports right now, but also on the bigger stories that we have to discuss in today's world and positively moving forward. So a lot of great stuff coming up here on today's show inside of Mon Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factories. What's poppin'? So with that being said, we bring him into the broadcast. Again, I thank you for your patience. We got Kam Jones here with us, and Kam is no stranger to my show, and we've gotten to spend a lot of time around each other. Got to celebrate a state championship together, so let's bring him in. Kam, how are we doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. Let's go back to that state championship day. It was a good day to be in Binghamton a year ago, and you and I got to celebrate and have some fun, and I got to obviously be with you guys as I have for these last 4 years or so. So I'm definitely that'll be one of my favorite moments in my life, especially in my hometown. So I mean, I asked you if it had sunk in when you started off this past season. Has it sunk in yet now that you get to sit at home and think about it?
Yeah, a little bit. It sunk in a little bit tight. It still feels unreal to me that I'm a state champion, but it still feels like, okay, I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it. I like that. So I mean, how's the ring look? Because I think your boy Fred Kent still owes me a ring. So how's that ring looking right now?
Nah, the ring is good. The ring looks fun. I mean, it looks weird. It's big. I'm gonna tell Coach Ken to get you one. You can have one. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, I think if y'all come together and make that happen, you better text him today. I don't care. Make sure that you do it, Kam, because I trust you. I trust your word, brother. So do what you got to do. Daryl Free's got a message in here. He said, "Congratulations to Kam from Amani and me. I remember telling you in the downtown Y that it was your time." So Mr. Free sending you some love this morning.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I already know what he's talking about. Appreciate that.
So Kam Jones, somebody that many have believed in. I being in that court, definitely believe that you would get that. Hopefully, get that day, get that opportunity, and here we are. You've committed to Cazeno to continue your basketball career collegiately. Bring me into the decision and just kind of what went on for you and how you made this decision.
I went to the school, and it kind of felt like West Genesee. It just felt like a bigger West Genesee and like a. Basically, like, I don't know, like a cooler West Genesee kind of. So I just got, like, real comfortable with it, and I was cool with the teachers. I'm cool with the coaches, the players, and, like, all the people on campus. So I was like, I might as well go there, and it's close to home. So I just got comfortable.
So for you, Kam, as you went through this process and whatnot, what were you trying to kind of navigate through? I mean, how did you handle, trying to find a school, continue your career? Because, at any level, D1, 2, or 3, I mean, you wanted to keep playing basketball. So how did you go through this process and kind of bring me through your steps that you took?
Basically, on my relationship with the coach, it really started with that. I was real close with the coach at the end of the season, so he kind of made it easier for me when I visited and stuff and got along with the players. So basically, I just decided on what the coach and our relationship was.
And what can you tell us about the coaches that are out there in Cazeno? What do you like about them? Who have you kind of built a relationship with up to this point?
Like, I I think I like all the coaches up there. All the coaches, they all talk to me. They all have confidence in me, but they also have confidence in the team, and they want us all to be good. And they talk to us every day. They still text us right now, talking about what's going on in the world right now. They're all telling us, like, be safe and stuff. But that's what I like, and that's what made me so comfortable with that.
Kam, you have gone through a very interesting time. Your final school year at West Genesee turned into coronavirus, which now has turned into rioting and looting and violence, and obviously the unfortunate death of George Floyd. How have you handled all of this as a young African American in society? How have you handled the fact that, I mean, you're a young man. I mean, you're a kid in the grand scheme of things, and you've gone from a virus that we've never seen before to obviously, some sadness that we have seen too much in our history in America.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it at the positive side and trying to get through it, because I know, like, at the end of the day, all the things that we're going to do, we're going to look back on and be like, we shouldn't have done that. So I'm just looking at it like the positive way, just trying to get past it.
For you, does your family have you sat down and had conversations kind of about what's going on and whatnot, and bring me into that a little bit?
Yeah, we've been talking every day about it, actually, like everything about what's going on. We've been talking about, like, how we all got to stay safe and stay together and don't try to get into what's going on out there, and just stay positive.
And for you, Kam, I mean, how has life been? I mean, I would like to think, I mean, I know society is society, and I know that everybody's got their good and bad eggs, but, with Central and Upstate New York, being a young African-American man, like, have you felt genuinely safe? Do you feel like, this is a culture and a community that has been maybe more ahead of the game than some other places? I mean, how have you felt here at home?
I felt safe, like, to a certain standpoint. I don't know, like, it's, like, different because I'm in a different, like, neighborhood. I'm not in the city.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a different outlook on it. But, yeah, I felt pretty safe.
What can you say, I mean, to the people that are out there right now that... Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
The ones that are out there in the city?
Yeah.
What I would say is like, stay safe. I see what they're doing, but just stay safe. They got to look at it in a positive way instead of looking at it in a negative way.
And Kam, you and I mean, we've talked about faith on the show before. We've talked about, letting God kind of drive you. Do you spend time praying right now? I mean, maybe now more than ever. Do you kind of, get down on your knees and just have that conversation with the big guy?
Yeah, I don't know. I just talk to him. I just sit back and talk to him and tell him what's going on and what I want to happen and what I think should happen. And then we just said it like that, and we're there.
And we all know that God has a crazy sense of humor, too. So I know you say you try to find the positives and whatnot. You always like to laugh and smile. Do you feel like God kind of throws you some, with everything going on right now and how, things just kind of are stressful right now, do you feel like he's still kind of making you smile?
Yeah, I think he helps me every day to make me smile and get me through the day.
It's good to hear that. And I just got a message from Justin Stern saying, looking forward to having him on campus.
That's good. I hope he texts me after this.
So, I mean, and it is. I mean, it's so crazy to me to see the Wildcat, to see the colors, and now I'm seeing the Wildcat and the colors again. I mean, you know what I mean? I know you said it felt like a bigger West Genesee, but this is one of the moments in history which is kind of, surreal. And for you, again, going from a Wildcat to a Wildcat, the logos are similar, the yellow's similar. I mean, for goodness sakes, kind of looks like the Wildcat Sports Pub. You know what I mean? So, like, it's like all in the family type of feel to it.
It's a fact, yeah. That's really what it felt like, a family type of school.
So, I mean, for Cazeno, for you, like, it's not too far away, but, what's your thought process? Where are you going to be living? What are you going to be doing? Do you want to get that, even though you're close to home, do you still want to have that full experience?
Yeah, I want to have that full, like, college experience. I'm going to live on campus and just try to be, like, by myself type on college, like, I don't know, something like that. Not try to be home a lot.
Speaking here with Kam Jones, what can you say about your family? I mean, they know that you're going safe, and they know that you're going somewhere safely, but like down the road, so that you're not going too far away. Is the family happy with that? Are they happy with the fact that you're not traveling too far away?
Yeah, they're happy with the decision. They think that me staying type close to home is a good decision for me. So I don't have to go far, and they don't have to come far.
Speaking here with Kam Jones of the West Genesee Wildcats. Kam, how have you handled this last season for you and kind of, not just the last season, but last school year, no prom, typical graduation. When you and I sat down and we talked a couple months ago, there was this reality of, okay, the season's going on, we're having some fun, we're excited, it was like living in a parallel universe. It was a different world. So how have you handled the fact that you're not with your classmates, you're not with, your friends, you're not with your teammates right now, and you've had to be at home?
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of been with most of them almost every day of this virus, but if I don't do that, I'll just like call them or text them or see what they're doing just to see if they're okay or something, and see if they can talk to me or something. I just try to like interact with them over the phone or something.
And so I know that last time you and I sat down, it was you and I and Will Amica. So my guy Will, and I know that you guys owe me Bad Boys 3, but that already came out, and then the theater's closed. So now that you're staying close, my guy, we're gonna have to find another movie to see, because little did we know that we were trying to set up going to see Bad Boys 3, and then literally I saw Bad Boys 3, and then the theater shut down. So you know what I mean? But you saw the movie. Did you like it?
No, I didn't even see the movie.
Oh,
yet.
You didn't see it. Okay, so you stayed true because Will saw it without me and you. Okay.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so now we're finding out on live video and radio that it was all Will's fault this entire time.
Yeah, it really was.
Fair enough. So speak with me on that collegiate career. You're excited to be going out to Cazeno. We've talked a little bit about, obviously you feeling at home there and whatnot. There's another gentleman there from West Genesee, Mr. Jack McLean. What are your thoughts about going out and seeing him again?
I feel like we're going to be the same thing as last year, me and him again. I'm passing him, just dishing him the ball, he's just scoring every point. It's just going to be fun.
And Kam, for you, what can you say about your game? What have you improved on? What do you think is the best part of your game right now as you get set for college?
I feel like the thing I improved on the most is probably my athleticism. I worked out a lot. I've been working out a lot, so I've been trying to get more athletic overall, basically.
And for you, to have this moment realized, this is something that you've been dreaming about for a long time. How excited are you for that opportunity to continue to kind of showcase your game and what you're capable of?
I'm really excited to play at one of the top levels right now and to see how I will play against those type players and see how I improve myself over these years.
You're going to be with a familiar Wildcat and Jack McLean, but you're not going to be with all your guys, and we obviously know that Luke Sutherland has transferred and found himself a new home. We know that Will Amica will be down in Albany. How are you? And my guy Duds, we know Duds is still out there killing it, doing his thing. So how strange is it going to be for you to not have the family back together? I mean, it seems like you guys have been together forever.
Right. It's going to be different, but it's kind of probably going to be the same. I'm going to make probably some new family members. Still going to have my old. I'm still going to talk to my old ones like we're around each other every day, but I'm just going to have to make new ones and then continue on, try to make big things.
Speaking here with Kam Jones, going from West Genesee to Cazeno. Kam, how much do you know about the Cazeno area? Obviously, like we talked about, it's not that far away, but have you tried to kind of just park the car and discover the town a little bit?
Yeah, there's like a little town. They got like little stores over there, like tea shops and stuff like that. Other than that, I really don't know. It's only 14 minutes outside of FM. Other than that, I really don't know.
The good thing about this is, though, you have the opportunity to always keep coming back to the Wildcat, which is great. And you said, go ahead.
So get some more dough.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, Will had the fried dough that night when we were doing the interview, and I didn't even know that they had fried dough. And I was like, you know what? My mom and I were just kind of like, I want to get some fried dough tonight. So we went out and pulled up, and I was just sitting there talking to Danny, and I wasn't ordering anything. I didn't have anything like already ordered and set. And he's like, well, what do y'all want and whatnot? And we ordered the fried dough, and I got to tell you, like, I got some in my fridge right now. That's the best fried dough that I've had in a long time. So.
All right, that's good. That's good. I might get some.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get some today. I'm gonna tell everybody, shameless plug, 315-487-2222. Call it up today, and if Cam and I don't eat all the fried dough, there might be some left for you guys. But, dude, it's so good.
I gotta try it.
Do you now? Do you have a favorite meal at the Wildcat or no?
Oh, no, I don't really even eat there like that. I just eat like their pizza and stuff.
Well, you need to get yourself over there today, Cam. And I'm telling you, when these movie theaters open back up, you and I are going to go see a movie, and then we're going to video chat Will when he's not there. That's what we're doing.
Okay. Now, he gonna be here for a while, though, because of the corona.
Right.
So
he's got no excuses, man. No excuses. So besides winning that state championship, favorite moments that you'll take away from West Genesee on the basketball court?
Favorite moment? There are a lot of them. I think my last game this year, because of how intense it was and how packed the gym was, I think that might have been my favorite moment. Even though we lost, I still think that might be my favorite moment.
Have you, obviously right now you can't do it, but when you get the chance to do it again, will you kind of just go back in that gym and maybe stand there in silence for a second and just kind of take in all those memories again?
Yeah, definitely. I'm probably definitely going to do that. I'm probably going to be in there a lot, so trying to at least shoot around and stuff.
And for you, Fred Kent, he's somebody that I consider a friend, confidant. He's a good individual. Treated me well for as long as I've known, 3-4 years now, and I'll never forget, like I said, those moments, especially on that state championship run, but even more so the moments that we got to have in the shows that we did together. What can you tell me, besides the fact that Coach Kent owes me a ring, what can you tell me about Coach Kent?
Coach Kent is one of the best coaches in Syracuse, Missouri. He's going to help anyone out here. He really was for anyone. Any players, he's really a player type of guy. He's the player first. So if you come to West Genesee, he's one of the best coaches to go to.
And I agree with that wholeheartedly. What did he do to make you a better man and a better player?
Stayed on me every practice, every time he sees me in school, grades, basketball, working out. He just stayed on me.
And what would you say tell me something about Fred Kent that maybe the rest of the world wouldn't know. What's something funny or something different about him that you can tell me?
Fred Kent, he might not look like it or something to everybody else, but Fred Kent might be the funniest guy that I know. Like, my eyes, he's the funniest guy that I know.
Now, wow.
He might look like one of the toughest guys, but he's mad funny. Every day before practice, they call me and be like, "Hey, you're on time today?" And I don't know. It's like funny. Like, I don't know. It's just different. Coach Kent is a funny man.
So Coach Kent, a funny guy, and I don't deny that. But what is it about his comedy? Is it just kind of in the moment comedy, or does he kind of just hit you with something you didn't expect?
Yeah. Basically, it's like every time. I don't even know. Like, it's like every time. Like, anytime he in a moment he just says something. Any moment, it's just funny.
That coming from Kam Jones, going from the Camillus area up to Cazeno to continue with the Wildcats. What's your favorite moment at West Genesee off the basketball court? Favorite moment for you at school?
And there's so many moments. I don't know. I don't even know. The school, we used to have games in the gym, and we would have to dance in them and stuff. And one time I had to dance in it. That probably was one of the coolest moments.
What was it? You had to dance in what?
A little thing in our school.
Yeah. So you like it? You like showing off your dance moves?
I got crazy dance moves.
So how would you describe your dancing style? I'd love to know.
TikTok style.
TikTok style. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody gonna know what that means.
All right. I can appreciate you. Now, favorite music. We might have talked about this before, but you know, when you do kind of get ready for the game and whatnot, who are you listening to?
Right now, it's like Little Baby, Gunna, NBA, a little bit of everything. A lot of rap though. It's mostly rap.
Okay. I can respect. Now, Lil Baby, I don't feel like... See, I have Notorious B.I.G., Tupac times, then you go to, like, Diddy and Mace and Bad Boy Records, and then you move forward to, like, Drake and Lil Wayne and whatnot. So there's a little bit of everything, and then you got some Ice Cube and Run DMC. But I'm hearing about Lil Baby a lot. So what's so good about him?
Lil Baby is the best rapper alive. Well, no, not Gunna right now is the best rapper alive. But Lil Baby's definitely right in second place.
All right, okay. Do you go? I don't want to call it old school because I'm not that old, but the people that I'm describing, are you going and listening to Run DMC? Are you giving Run DMC and Ice Cube
I'll probably like listen to like the Tupac or something. I don't listen to I don't listen to that.
All right, so you listen to Tupac at least.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. At least you know who these people are. That's
I know who they are, though. Yeah.
Yeah, because some people look at you like, man, that's so old. I'm like, no, it's not. It's classic. Nas? No, come on. So anyways, well, you know that what we always do here is we have a little bit of a rapid fire. And before we get to it, Mr. Kam Jones, there is, we're talking about memories. What's your favorite memory of all the times that we've been out at the Wildcat Sports Pub doing a live show with a Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora? What have been your favorite moments out there?
Dang. Probably my first year with all of us, and you're asking us questions about Coach Ken and stuff, and like we were mentioning, like he like far before practice and stuff. Like I don't know. I'm trying like he was like I don't know. It's hard to describe.
You know, and that's the thing. We've always had fun out there, and I think it's crazy. You know, that like we haven't had. I mean, it does. It honestly feels like an eternity ago that we did that show, and you know, I think it teaches us a lot. What is all this time, coronavirus, being stuck in the house? What has it taught you?
Oh, man, it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about life. Really, to be honest with you, how I can just stay in the crib and stay in the house and do anything I want. Basically, I don't have to be outside every day just to like talk to people. I have to be outside to enjoy my time.
Now, and you and I were talking about it off the air. Apparently, I get more steps a day than you, which is awesome. So.
Okay, but I run. I run.
Yeah. See, you run, but I mean I don't know. My thing, 10,000 steps a day minimum, and I'm 35 days straight. Today will be day number 36. I went out last night. I already had 13,000. I came home with over 20. But that's just, you know, I don't know. That's my thing. Best shape of my life right now, Cam. I think once that basketball court opens back up, there should be a little shoot around going around because, you know.
Definitely.
You know, and
maybe we can play one-on-one.
I'll take it. No cameras, man. I want to see Cazeno see you lose, man.
Oh, man. Okay.
But, Cam, you know, I've respected and appreciated you, you know, from the day I met you, and I'm just so grateful that you have an opportunity to stay in our community, that I have an excuse to, you know, go 20 minutes away and go see you play and whatnot, and I just want you to know I'm really, really honestly very proud of you, and I think that this is a great opportunity for the community to continue to support you and see you, and I hope that they do, and I'm glad that Cazeno saw something in a young man who's been working very hard.
I really appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah, anytime, man. So now it's time to go hot seat, but we're going to change it up a little bit. I'm not going to ask you any questions because I have put you on the hot seat a bunch of times, so I am not going to say anything. I'm going to let you have it. Normally I do 4. I'm going to give you 5 because we've known each other a bit. So you got 5 questions. one by one, I will answer them. I will take them on to the best of my ability. But you're going to ask me. I am fully on the hot seat. So you've been trapped in the house. Enjoy this moment, Kam Jones, because now you get to do what none of your teammates have ever done, which is put me on the hot seat without me getting to have a rebuttal. So go ahead whenever you're ready.
All right, cool. All right, so my first question, what have you been doing over coronavirus? Like the quarantine, what have you been doing inside? Is anything cool have you been doing?
Well, I fixed my toilet, which I had to fix, so that was good. What did I do inside so far? The show's been going really well. In my studio, I've been very proud of that. Very grateful and gracious for that. So I would say the show's continued to not miss a beat. We had our 100th episode of 2020. We've gotten to do a ton of great things. People have been fantastic about tuning in. So I would say that's been good. What else have I done around the house? I started to clean up my garage, which I had to do 3 years ago. I threw out a ton of stuff, which is good. So some spring cleaning. Really, the biggest thing has been walking. Taking care of my fitness, getting a tan because my, I love my olive complexion. I like that I'm finally getting darker out there because the sun's been shining every day. So been getting my tan on, my walk on, taking care of my body, trying to stay more physically fit. And I've done a lot of stuff to, healthy mind, healthy body type of thing. So we just lost Kam here for a second, so let's bring him back in. But make sure he can ask the rest of his questions because I want to make sure that he gets to that. So here he is. So we got Kam. He's back here. So no, Kam, I was just saying, really for me, it's been healthy body, healthy mind, healthy body, and just taking care of myself and, getting myself to a better place mentally and physically and all that good stuff, emotionally, socially. So I've just been taking care of myself. I've been talking to a lot of friends, doing a lot of FaceTime. I got to talk to a couple of my friends yesterday from Mexico and Brazil simultaneously, which was insane because I haven't seen them since we all worked out in Florida together. So yeah, man, I mean, I've just been catching up with people, spreading a whole lot of love and working my tail off to take care of myself. That's what I've been doing.
That's good. I would say this, but I feel like you already answered the question. Did you get any, other than walking, have you got any new hobbies or something?
For me, what I've been doing now, new hobbies that I've gotten, I would say, one thing that I do want to do is I have a guitar. My mom always wanted a guitar because my mom sings and I sing, and she just kind of brought me up that way, and she always wanted a guitar and she never got one. So for Christmas a few years ago, she bought me a guitar and said, I passed on my gift of music to you now, share that with people, and I want you to have a gift I never had, and she bought me a guitar. So it's in my studio right now. My goal is to learn how to play it, but I've been working on my music. I've been working on, hobby-wise, I would probably just say I've been working on my music. I've been definitely wanting to learn how to play guitar and, really just honing that. It's honestly just been about taking care of myself, mental health and clarity. And I never get a lot of time to myself. I always work like crazy. So it's been imperative for me to really just spend some good quality time with me and getting myself to a good place. So in all honesty, I mean, coronavirus has been awful, but it also has given me time to do things that I needed to do years and years ago. So I feel very grateful for that.
Okay. How about your opinion on basically what's going on in the world right now? Do you think the riots and stuff and all the stuff that's going on, what's your opinion on it?
Well, I mean, in all honesty, I first and foremost, you got to go to the root of the problem. The fact that there is social injustice and there is a level of extreme inequality in our society is insane to me. I have never understood racism, prejudice, sexism. It's never been part of my life. It's never been part of anything that I consider to hold any value or weight to see somebody not treated equally. So first and foremost, what my thoughts are is I brought myself to watch the George Floyd video. I was sick to my stomach. I kind of had chills right now talking about it. I have never in a million years seen anything like that, kneeling on somebody's neck. I've never, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. And so I would say, first and foremost, I'm hurt. I'm saddened by it. I think that peaceful protests are the answer. I think rioting and looting doesn't, honestly, it makes no sense. I mean, if you're setting a building on fire and you're stealing a TV from Target, what does that have to do with racism? So, I think that people are opportunistic, and I think the people that are actually trying to get their voices heard, that are peacefully protesting, are being drowned out by the people that are looting and stealing and breaking the law. Because you think about it, if there's a business and you're destroying the business, breaking their windows, going in there, stealing all their stuff, what does that have to do with racism? Now there's still racism, and this person who has no idea who you are is a total stranger. Now they don't have a business anymore. Now they can't feed their family. So, violence only begets more violence. Hate only begets more hate. I truly believe, and I'm going to take the quote here from Martin Luther King Jr. because it's a quote that I had seen before, and I put it up again during these times because somebody was nice enough to remind me of this quote and put this up here. So I want to read this quote again, but that quote from Martin Luther King. Let me get that up here so I can read this for everybody. But because I don't want to misquote in any stretch of the imagination. But something that he said that really just hit me and stood out to me, and something that I think we all need to see and really realize these words. Because, again, violence only begets more violence, and hate can only be drowned out by love. You can't drown out hate with more hate. So this is the quote. Quote, returning hate for hate multiplies hate, adding deeper darkness to a night already devoid of stars. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. End quote, Martin Luther King Jr. So I would say what I've learned from all of this is that our society is far back from where I expected and anticipated us to be. I am hurt by everyone in the black community not needing this past weekend to know that people don't feel safe. And Cam, I think about you. I think about every single person that I've met in the black community, and I think about the kids. I think about you. I think about Will. I think about Duds. There are so many people that I meet on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis here because of the job that I do. And an overwhelming majority of the people that I interview on this show are of the black community and African American descent. And so to me, this hits home because I can't imagine a day where I bump into your family and they say, something happened with Cam. We can't really talk about it. I can't imagine you calling me up and saying that you were racially profiled, or that, you were treated a certain way in school because of something, or somebody wrote something on your locker. I can't fathom anything that, that unfortunately the black community has had to go through. It breaks my heart. But, I've said it and I'll say it again. I think we have to have open discussion, and you and I need to sit down and talk about it. I want to, I guess I told you I wasn't going to ask you any questions, but I want to kind of throw it back to you to answer your question. I'm hurting. I'm saddened. Riots and looting have nothing to do with racism. They have nothing to do with the message. Those are just people that are looking for an opportunity to do something bad. Stealing something from a children's hospital, that's insane. So that needs to stop. But the peaceful protests need to continue. But you are an African-American man living in our society, so I turn the question back to you. What can we do? What needs to be done? How do we have this discussion? Because I want to hear from you more than anybody else.
Right now, all I feel like is the voting. The voting is the top thing that we have to do right now. We have to vote these people out of office, the people that are not helping us right now, and the people that are really just hurting us. Really, that's what I feel the top thing is, the voting.
That coming here from my guy here, Mr. Kam Jones. Cam, you got a couple more questions here. Choose them wisely as I sit on the hot seat. What else you got for me?
Because we were talking about music.
Yeah.
Do you listen to any like current rappers or anything? Nah.
I do. I mean, but see, the thing is, you're bringing up some that I don't. I mean, I'm big on Drake and I'm big on Wayne. I love. I don't know. I love Drake because he could do so many different things, but I find myself listening. When I listen to Drake and Wayne, I'll go from like new stuff to old stuff, back to new stuff. I just kind of like a lot of it. And, I think one of the songs that we should all listen to right now is a song by Lil Wayne called Man in the Mirror. And, or it might be called Mirrors with Bruno Mars. But that song right now, along with that's a good one to listen to. But, no, I mean, a lot of it is Drake, a lot of it is Wayne. I'm trying to think of who else I listened to on my walk lately. But,
I mean, Mosey Bird and Lil Wayne just dropped a song. Y'all look that up.
Well, and that's the thing, like Drake dropped, he just dropped something, and then now Wayne's dropping stuff. So I need to get myself around the new Drake and Wayne, because I do. But here's my question: do you listen to Lil Wayne?
A little bit. I used to a lot when I was younger, but not now.
I was asking because, I've been told that Carter 3 is the best, and Carter 5. Okay, and Carter 5 that came out, the more recent one, I didn't mind that, but the Carter 3's got all the hits on it, but then Carter 4's got some stuff. But I mean, I don't know. For me, I guess I would say Wayne and Drake, but I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that I'm listening to more right now, but no, it'd probably have to be them. But yeah, no, I think the song Mirror by Lil Wayne is the song that people should definitely listen to right now. What's your last question for me?
My last question, is there any, like, over this quarantine and all the things that's happening right now, has there been any special moments that happened to you, or anything exciting?
Any special moments during quarantine? I got to interview Steve Adazio, who recruits Central New York heavily, probably better than any other coach in the country, and he does that for football. So I would say finally I've talked to him over the last 7 years, but this was like a full-blown just me and him, no other media. So I would say that was a huge moment. I would say, not being able to, like, hug. I mean, my family, we're like, we hug, and I always give my parents, like, a kiss on the cheek. So that's what's so weird to not be able to do. But I've gone through some, tough personal moments at times during this coronavirus. And my mom came over one day, and she just hugged me. And it was so meaningful because, like, we haven't been able to, and then at the same time, because everything I was going through, and like just my love of my dad. And yesterday, my friends, like 3 of my friends, just all reached out to me to check in and see how I was doing, and gave me a lot of inspirational stuff, because they know that I'm a lover. They know that I'm somebody that, like, loves with all my heart. I'll do everything I possibly can to be good to somebody else and whatnot. And I just got like 3 really, really kind messages yesterday as a reminder. So I would say, the best parts of the quarantine is as much as I've been through some personal heartache and pain, I've also gotten like an extreme amount of love from people that know who I am and know what I'm about and know what I stand for, and them just being like, one of my friends, it was one of the greatest things, my friend Daryl, he said to me, he goes, you are mother freaking Daniel Michael Justin Tortora. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, ain't nobody like you. And when he said that to me, I was just like, that's, I don't know, that just meant the world to me. So I think sometimes we all need to hear from somebody that truly knows us, and is like, hey, listen, like, I'm proud of you. I love you, and you're going to be all right. And I think that means the world. So I hope that you have friends that do that for you, Cam. And if you don't, I'll call you up and say, you're mother freaking Kam Jones. I don't care. I'll make that happen.
Yeah, I definitely do that. That's good, sir. That's real good.
Yeah, so that coming from Mr. Kam Jones. He's going from West Genesee to Cazeno. He's in our community. And when everything lifts, him and I will be at a movie theater near you. So with that being said, yeah, we'll get some fried dough and sneak that in. So, But that coming from Kam Jones here on the broadcast. Cam, as always, I appreciate it. I am so very happy for you, and I think this is such a great opportunity. Please stay safe with everything that's going on. And I would be remiss if I didn't say this, and I know I don't want to make you sad or anything, but I know the last time we talked, you had been in a really tough moment in your life in an accident and whatnot, and I am so grateful. And I know that it was heartbreaking and bittersweet, but I'm happy that you are here today to talk about your life. I'm happy that you're safe.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I hope that you're okay. And if you ever need anything, I'm telling you, you ever need anything at all, just to talk. I don't care if it's 3:00 in the morning, brother. You can always call me, and I'm always here with you. But I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're safe. I'm thankful for you in my life. And you ever need me, you call me.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So I appreciate you, and you tell that man Willamika to get his facts straight and get his schedule right, so that we can figure out this movie next time.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right, man. Well, be good. Stay safe, and I'll look forward to talking with you soon.
All right, cool.
Take care. That coming from Kam Jones once again here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. Love that kid. I really do.